This is Ben Keys, and you're listening to the Crowject podcast.
Somehow handle inside, gives it to Rochelle. Rochelle, go! Put that in your forward walker. Took it back a moment ago, almost the second one. Round the body go the Crows. And it's in! Henry! No, he did it! And he's still the deal with an amazing goal.
Thank you to our sponsors in Nathaniel's Coffee and Panini and Trojan Aluminium. We're here for the Crowject episode 220. Shouldn't have started that because I don't know. 23, I think. We're currently watching the Brownlow. I'm Ray. I'm not by myself at the moment. Ben Keys just dropped an absolute chunk in the replays. They've done him dirty
Bloody
there.
son.
But around the table to my left, I have Lleyton. Hey, Lleyton.
Hello. How you going?
Good. How are you?
Not bad.
To my immediate right, I have Queen of the Pod tonight, Sophie. Sophie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good still. And
Still good?
to my
Just gotta
further
check.
right, Benny Mac, how you going?
I'm good, and I'd like to know, how are you going, Ray?
Look, it's taken a turn. This hosting duty's tough stuff. AFLW had a game on the weekend because
Yes.
we're not just all about this Brownlow stuff tonight. We want to talk about the girls and played the GWS Giants. And Lleyton, what was the score?
The score in the end was 16-10, 106 to the Giants 5-7-37 in a smash-in, which was our highest score and our first time playing at Monica Oval, which the commentators wouldn't stop mentioning.
Okay. Why wouldn't you? I mean, it's such a noteworthy stat.
Yeah.
We had plenty of goal kickers. 16. Sophie, who were they?
We had EJ with 4,
Yep.
Ponta, Kelly with 2, and singles to Bonner, Varnhagen, McKinnon, Martin, Ballard, Hatchard, Gould, and Charlton. Quite a lengthy list.
Yeah.
Benny Mac, there's only one person at the top of the list with best on ground. As we just see the first Crows vote in the Brownlow with Jordan Dawson getting 1. But
Love to see it.
Daddy Dawes. you love
best
to see
on
it.
ground on Saturday morning, early Saturday morning.
Very early Saturday morning.
Very early.
There was only one
Rough.
person.
It was Eloise Jones, and it wasn't close.
I set that up for something else then.
Excuse me.
Are you not talking about Ebony Marinoff with her 40 touches,
on,
36 kicks, 8
Wow.
tackles, 8 marks, 174 fantasy points?
Look, the 4 goals from Eloise up forward being absolutely everywhere.
Jesus. It's
probably
tough
fair.
act.
Marinoff the call is probably fair, actually, now that I think about it. I was just...
He's in his own world. It's
You're a
love
one-eyed
EJ.
EJ supporter. You don't worry about the other players.
my student. Can't do anything wrong, and she's always the best, so...
You absolutely taught her those 4 goals, how to kick them.
Oh, look, like I said in the Patreon chat, you saw it on Glyderell Stadium back in the day, many primary school ovals. It's my little pupil under my wing, of course.
All thanks to Ben.
So obviously, Noffy, outstanding.
36 kicks.
36
That's
kicks.
crazy.
Yeah, that's outstanding. As I said, if you are a Patreon, if you're not actually, go to patreon.com/Crowject and sign up, because I spoke to MJ Mariana Rajic through the week and I asked her at the end of the interview who she thought was going to be in 3 or 4 years, who's going to be the best player in the comp that we're not talking about at the moment. She started going through a whole bunch of names and she's like, but Ebony Marinoff's still young enough to be the best player in the comp in 3 or 4 years.
True.
Like,
Yeah.
she's got so much footy left in her and she just keeps getting better.
Yeah. She's
It's
under
outstanding.
25.
Oh,
That's crazy. Yeah.
we have years left.
And she hasn't missed a game yet, has she?
No,
No,
she
still
nearly
played
did
everyone.
after that trial against GWS.
That is
Yeah.
true.
So it's, what was it, game 70 or something on the... No.
69?
60, yeah. 70 next week, that's right.
Yeah. Because I hit MJ with the stat. Did everyone hear that? Where I was like, you've paid the equivalent percentage
yeah.
of
Yeah.
a mate's player playing 500. And she was like, okay. I was like, yeah, no worries. Anyone else impress Lleyton?
Well, obviously Noffy, but I think,
Did you watch this one with breakfast?
I don't know, I was just waking up. It was hard. It was hard. I was
Sleeping
disoriented.
eyes.
I was like, footy now? Weird. I did like Jones. I know we mentioned her before, but that goal on like the last minute,
Oh,
and she got cramp as soon as she couldn't even celebrate. That was, great effort. I think it was just a really even performance. I think like the scoreboard doesn't really tell the whole story because that first half we weren't really dominating at all.
No.
It was very close.
GWS looked very good in the second quarter, actually, to a point where it was not in danger, but they were kind of just hanging around, and it was like they're good enough, they're close enough, and then we kind of just went, no.
Yeah,
goodbye.
our defence was definitely shaky because we've had a few changes the last few weeks with Stevie Lee out this week and obviously the injury to Najwa Allen and Sarah Allen pre-season. So we're a little bit underplayed there, but we're still, scoring enough goals, 16 goals. That's pretty good.
You got to, there was 11 goal scorers, individual goal scorers.
Yeah.
We've also outscored teams 115-1 in final quarters this year.
Really? Jeez. That's
in the
impressive.
first 4 games, we've just absolutely annihilated teams.
So who scored that behind? What's going on? What's going on in that game?
Who let that through?
Jeez.
The one that I want to talk about is unlucky to not be mentioned so far. Anne Hatchard, 22 disposals, 1 goal, 6 tackles, and 97 fantasy points. And behind Eloise Jones and Ed Marinoff.
In any other game, she'd be best on ground.
But we're just so even. And I think, because I watched a bit more AFLW over this weekend, and what you can really tell is the difference between the top teams and the middle to bottom teams is that they can only go for a quarter, maybe 2 with the top teams.
Yeah.
And then it's just good night.
Yeah.
It's all over.
You sort of saw that at the end of the third quarter, like with about 5 minutes to go, we kicked a few in a row, and you're like, they're dead in the water here. Like, you knew the last quarter was going to be an absolute shellacking, and it was.
Yeah, it was 9 goals, 4 to 3 behinds in the second half.
Yeah.
So,
I really like Waterhouse game as well.
yeah.
She didn't get much on the scoreboard, but just the pressure.
Except kick a goal.
Everything except kick a goal, pretty much. Every time she got in the ball, the defenders got nervous for GWS. So shout out to her. She played great. And after being 2 years on the inactive list, Van Hagen back, played a decent game, kicked a goal, but not too bad.
Yeah, she was around the outside. Looked a bit... To the start, it looked like she was a bit needed to get used to the pace again. She got caught a couple of times. I was like, oh, Denny, come on now. And she warmed into it.
Yeah. I quite liked Tia Charlton's game as well. She was very consistent across the whole thing.
And 10 tackles as well.
For most of the team, so that was good to see. And a goal as well.
I think also Chelsea Randall's always spoken about because she has been so good for so long, but rightly so. She had 9 intercept possessions on the weekend. So just doing exactly what she does all the time, just putting herself in the right position for what the team needs.
Yeah, you didn't notice so much, but whenever she got the ball, she did it right.
Yeah, exactly. Also, live update, we're up to round 3. The first of 2 humpings in showdowns this week.
All right, we gotta stay attention for the vote. Should we turn up the volume in a sec?
We'll when we get to the Adelaide one, we'll put the volume in.
All right.
We're looking at Angus Brayshaw's head before Maynard knocked it off.
So who do we think?
A few months before. So Ben's got the major spreadsheet out.
Who got the medal? Tex got the medal.
No, that was Showdown 2.
Oh, was it? Was it Dawson again?
Probably.
No, I've got Laird polling 3 here for the this one, followed by Rankin and Thilthorpe. Because Rankin kicked 5, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Dawson got the medal, but it might not have been.
Yeah,
Vincent.
I thought he got 2 in a row. So
2 in 2 years. Yeah.
we don't need this one at the moment. We can keep talking.
I will quickly mention about Ponta's game. 2 goals, 1. I wasn't on last week, but I was going to mention she's been playing a different role this year. She's been playing more in the middle and then moving forwards. Obviously, we saw with that huge goal the other week from the centre square. But that's been really good to see how her game's been adapting in that role.
Yeah, I like it. We don't have heaps of, before she played in the middle this year, there wasn't heaps of dynamic midfielders.
Yeah.
There was sort of the same types. So it's good to have a different mix in.
I think we're about to get to the St Kilda Essendon. No one cares about those two teams.
We'll be after this game, so if you want to roll the sound up after Parish gets through. No.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Or Lady.
Rankin.
Yes.
Oh.
Nailed it on early.
Nice.
I still think he's a sneaky chance tonight.
He's polled more in the first few than I had him for. Again, doesn't mean much, but
So, Benny, in the bets you've got, who have you got to win?
on my final count, I had Petrarca winning it.
All right, roll him out.
Record
Yeah.
number, but-
At the moment, the leaderboard after 3 rounds is Dacos on 7, Brad Crouch, former Crom alumni, on 6, LDU on 6, and Darcy Parish on 6.
Yep.
So, anyway, was there anything else from this game that we wanted to speak about? Pete's got here talk about Ray's interview and Sizzle Patreons. We've done that, but we'll do it again because there's the Abby Ballard chat on there as well that Peter did.
Yeah.
And lots of other stuff. So get onto Patreon if you haven't. If you have, good on you. Go listen to it again. Get the numbers up.
Sorry, we've just seen Tom Duday's Scorpion goal save on the
I think-
line.
Oh, that was...
Dawson's about to get another 3-banger here as well.
he is. I even predicted this one.
And how well did that turn out for you the last round, Ben?
Yeah, but Ray and I agree this time.
Okay, it's gonna happen.
Right.
Haven't we got some listener feedback? If I can talk at the moment, feedback from the listeners on all the social platforms. Has anyone got some up there? What have you got?
I've got Facebook.
Let's go, Zucks.
Sorry. there's lots
While
of
you
people
find
just
that, it was
complaining.
crazy
Yep.
to see that GWS lost to West Coast in round 2, considering where the season
Yeah.
went.
That was so weird.
North Melbourne starting 2-0.
Yeah.
As
I
we
know.
jump to the platform formerly known as Twitter, we have got Hayden who says, nice. Griteo who says, nice.
Nice.
Effie says, EJ was sensational. Actually, the whole team was. Matt Horn says, huge win, but still a lot to improve on. Love all the pace around the ball in all 3 areas of the ground. Go Crom. Imo says, such a good game. Lachlan, with a common theme here, says, nice. And Bolich has corrected me saying 15-16, not 10-16, but it was actually 16-10, I'm pretty sure. So your facts right if you're going to correct me. Thank you. I made the post.
Also, while Sophie's getting Facebook up, Jordan Dawson has just become equal leader
Yeah,
of
stop
the
the
Brownlow
count.
medal.
Stop the
Stop
count.
it. Stop it now. Sophie, Facebook.
All right, on Facebook, we've got friend and Patreon Brendan McGarrigan. The second half became a procession once we weathered the early GWS attack.
Yep.
A lot of people, we got the score wrong. We corrected it, but everyone's telling us about that.
Yeah, sorry about
Numbers around
that.
the wrong way. Go Crows. There's a big sound at Manuka, and it ain't GWS. Awesome win girls, go the Crows. That's pretty much it. We've got co-host Lockie Dans with a selfie with his friend at the Golden Grove Footy Club celebrating their flags up the boroughs.
The boroughs.
Oh, we've got the gather round.
Oh, the nice, beautiful gather round, Guernsey. Gather round this one. All games in Adelaide.
Hey.
I didn't mean that as a pun, but I just meant that this is gather
well.
round.
Well, you know.
All the games at Adelaide Oval.
So who
Funny
was,
that they're not showing the highlights from Mount Barker. Oh, there's the beautiful,
the mark of the year.
yeah, the beautiful and gorgeous Harry Himmelberg.
I just want to see the highlights of me on the hill, to be perfectly
I was going
honest.
to say, and how did this gather round treat you, Ben?
At this point, Collingwood St Kilda, we were in all sorts of shambles.
Yeah, I remember looking at you.
It
Well,
was a
half
struggle.
looking at you because my face wasn't working. And thinking Ben's in a world of hurt here.
I'm not the one in trouble.
At this point,
When it was
good.
raining. Yeah.
Saturday night, the Port game was fantastic.
So that's all the feedback that we've got from the listeners. If you want some Crowject merch, if you're watching the video at the moment, we've got your beanies, we've got your scarves, we've got your cordies, we've got your air fresheners that have a just a coincidental likening to some of your favourite Crom players. Completely coincidental.
Absolutely.
Not planned. You can't get the Krispy Kreme donuts on there. But you know where to get them.
I don't mean to alert you too much. Sorry, just in the middle of the ad. Riley O'Brien has polled a vote.
Big
it's
Rob.
Clap. Yes.
Also, Lairdy just got the 3 votes for that game, did he not?
Yeah. He got
And-
nearly 40 touches, I think, against
True.
Carlton.
And if you just hear, just ever so slightly, you might hear the sounds of Elodie still screaming that Rob's got a vote. So as I was saying, Crowject merch at crowject.bigcartel.com. Get everything there. It's coming into summer, so it'd be an odd call to go with the Crom.
No, get the hoodie. Get in early.
I mean, Poe.
Unless you're trying to,
We get the Crom Poe.
unless you want to exercise and lose some weight, in which case it'll warm you right up and you'll get sweating. So
Absolutely.
You won't even have to move. You just
Exactly.
if it's 30 degrees, you're gonna lose all your fluids.
we
quick.
might just market it as exercise material.
Yeah, correct.
Exercise range, get around it.
So also Patreons, we've mentioned it before, patreon.com/Crowject. We've got a bunch of great things that you can get on there. We've got interviews that we've talked about, the Get Your Crow On,
Yep.
the Obscure Crows, which we'll be doing more of soon, a whole host of stuff. Lleyton's putting up requested games at the moment.
Yes, we've got Name a Game going, and a lot of patrons are requesting. Surprisingly, a lot of wins. There's not been many losses that people have requested
I'm
to
going to
rewatch
request a bad loss
in
during
the
the
off
week.
season.
So you can sign up for as little as $1 a month, and to someone have the list of $10 and above patrons. Sophie's
I
got it.
do.
Let's go, Sophie. Who are they?
Thank you to Jenny McArdle, The Real Hilf, Jordan Mahoney, thank you, Jesus,
Jesus.
Greg Fleming, Jessica Cook, Dave Carnavale, Jake Bokove, Drew Corner, Sam Curtis, Sean-Marie Davies, Brendan McGarrigan, James Payne, Simone McDonald, Jezza Withers, Radicus_USM, Matt and Neil Roylance, and our new Patreon, Dylan McLaughlin.
Dylan
Thank
McLaughlin.
you.
Nice, and he was the winner of our tipping comp. So congrats.
His dad's hosting the Brownlow tonight.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Yeah.
And the other one
confirmed.
just won't leave his job
Uncle
as
Gil
CEO.
won't leave.
Yeah.
So we will take a quick break and we'll be back right after this. All right, we're back. Whoever read that did really well. If we don't put one
If
in
you
now.
heard a hat, if you heard an ad, if you didn't, don't worry.
Yeah, well.
We're still back.
So AFLW round 5 is on Sunday afternoon, twilight at Unley Oval.
Yes, the last game of the round.
Crows take on the Suns. Is anyone going?
I'll be there.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
I take it you will not be there by that time.
No, I was just trying to work out what the date, and I'm like, no, yes, I
NRL
will be
Grand
there.
Final night.
If you're going, Ben, then I guess I will also be in attendance.
We'll meet up with the Angel Wings again, I'm sure.
Beautiful. Love to see it.
What do we think happens? Suns just coming off of a 4-point win over the Dogs.
Yes.
They're not fantastic though.
No.
They only lost against Carlton by 2 points and they've won every other game. So they're in decent form, but
They're not in our form. I find it shocking that we are 5th favourites for the flag at the moment.
That is crazy. The odds
Really?
for that.
Yeah.
We're like $9 or $10.
Yeah.
don't get on the bet. don't do it.
Don't
I've
ruin
sold my
this
house
for us.
already and put it on.
I'm going to bet on the first 4 favourites and leave the
Yeah, there we go.
Smart move.
All right, lock it in.
So let's make some predictions. Who wins by how much? And who has the most tackles?
Oh, the most
I like that
tackles.
one.
I'm going to kick it off. I'm
Yeah,
going to
go
go with... I'm going to go Crows win by 70.
70.
Oh.
We're putting it on them this week.
So we beat last week's performance by 1 point.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. It's just for the immature ones. Chelsea's going to be a teacher now soon, so she can't be having that immature 69 stuff. So we'll win by 70. And I think Hatchie's going to be mad that she had such a good game and Nofi beat her. So
Oh, right.
she's going to go nuts and have 12 tackles.
Like it. I reckon It's going to be 25 and sunny, so a bit of a warmer game. I reckon we'll win by 30 points in like a lower scoring game.
Yep.
And the most tackles is going to be Rochelle Martin. She's just going to be everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben?
Lock it in.
Yeah, I reckon we'll win by 48.
Okay.
I was actually going to say Martin for the most tackles as well.
No, no.
Shout.
To be fair, both of you chose the people that I was going to use for tackles, and I'm just going down the list for someone else.
I'll go with Noffy. Continue the form.
Yeah. He's always around the ball, so
Yeah.
he'll get enough tackles.
All right. Well, we're obviously going to win. I reckon it's going to be 37 points. You guys just kept taking my tackling people, so I'm going to go Charlton again. Actually, yes, her and Hatchie are both going to get 8
Okay.
each.
Tie. Like it.
Don't mind that. We're going to hit the news now. There's not much news around, but yesterday there was a Sample Grand Final.
Yes.
And up the Bays.
Up the base.
Bays won to a very inaccurate Sturt.
Yeah.
Sturt, how's this, right?
Oh,
For you all yous playing the home game.
they lost.
Sturt made 4 grand finals in the sample. 16s, 18s, reserves and league and didn't win one of them. Do you know what I find the funniest
day.
about that?
What?
How many T-shirts they would have had printed with premiership on it.
So if you want a rare piece of memorabilia, head out to the bins behind Unley Overworld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the under 18 Sturt team were sitting 4th and 5th to finish the season, and they played against, I want to say Glenelg in the last round, and they lost by just enough to stay 0.3% in the finals.
Geez.
And then they made the grand final. But
Good effort.
that is a good effort, but unlucky to Sturt. In other news, I guess the AFL Grand Finals on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Collingwood
suppose it
versus
is, yeah.
Brisbane, or as you can call them, our bunnies for the year, I guess, without beating them really. Yeah, I don't know. Has anyone got any plans for Grand Final day?
Getting absolutely sloshed.
Correct.
Maybe watching some of it. I don't know.
Yeah, correct. Lockie Neal up to 10 votes, tied with Nick Dacos at the moment.
But yeah, with the grand final, I think this is like the most, including Fitzroy, it's the most common matchup between
Really?
Collingwood and Fitzroy / Brisbane. It's happened like 7 times.
Yeah, right. That's
History.
cool. 20 years ago, exactly.
Yeah,
What
20
they
years
played.
ago. Yeah. But, I just hate all of the posts around Carlton and Collingwood this weekend. Oh, they've got 17 premierships or whatever, and Brisbane have got 3.
Yeah.
So they include the VFL ones for
Yeah.
Carlton and Collingwood, but not Fitzroy
Not for Fitzroy.
for the Brisbane. So, yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, me too. Who do we think's going to win?
Oh, it's all about predictions the last.
Yeah,
It's
well,
hard.
Hopefully Brisbane.
Yeah.
Hopefully Brisbane.
I obviously everyone knows that they're basically my second team, so
Close enough colours, you said. So
exactly like they're basically the same colours. Both of our songs talk about being the pride of our town, so there's just so many similarities.
okay.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Collingwood are going to win.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to be too good. But I hope for a good game. I just don't want another blowout grand final.
Yeah.
Yep.
Penny Mac, who you got?
I think Collingwood will win, but I'm going to tip Brisbane because I want Brisbane to win. And
Yeah.
I just don't want Collingwood to. So
Yeah.
Like
I'll go
it.
Brisbane by a couple of goals, similar to West Coast in 2018. All the
Yes.
talk about Collingwood finally
Yeah.
breaking the dark. No, not yet.
Did you
That's a
predict?
good
mate?
shout. No, not yet. I'm
Yeah.
going to predict the draw.
Yes.
And then they get confused and realise they don't have to come back next week. And then Brisbane win it by a couple points in a scramble.
But
Good.
Jim Steins' son presenting the community award looks like he's being held hostage at the moment. Blink twice, mate, if you need help.
he's not blinking.
There is no
Oh.
blink.
We don't really care about those people. Sam Doherty, what a guy.
He's a good guy.
Oh, the Community Leadership Award.
Yeah. And I don't know which one of the Sydney players is. Is that Isaac Heaney with the Wiggles?
Yes.
It's a bad sign when the
Yeah, there's still, yeah, they got
They
still,
got still images. You weren't invited. I don't think that's a good sign that you're going to win.
Sam Doherty, he
Yeah, he's
seen
won
a
it.
picture of him.
Oh.
Seen a picture of him as a Brisbane player on the weekend, and unrecognisable.
I didn't even know that he played for Brisbane.
He played like 13 games for Brisbane.
It's so random.
But he has been through it. Good guy. So anyway, let's do a
Yeah,
quick. Since we're doing predictions, why not keep going with predictions? Who's going to win the Norm Smith this weekend?
Charlie Cameron to turn it on.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be tough.
He's due a big game.
He is. His first 2 finals have been a bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
below
I've got another task for you as well with your predictions. So backstory here: me and my mates, we catch up every grand final day, and we do a drinking game where you get 3 or 4 players. I can't remember how many it is. We decide on the day, and whoever's there's different rules around when you drink and take a shot and whatever. But whoever's player wins the Norm Smith, you have to scull a drink in a way of their name. So Dusty won it was out of a dustpan. Chewy, self-explanatory.
Yeah.
You have to get creative with some of them. But if you're going to pick who's winning Normie, you've got to come up with the way to do it.
Charlie Cameron, but you do it either pretending to ride a motorbike or off of a camera. So like Cameron. There's a bit of
I was going to say on the road, laying on the road because country road. I don't know. Soph, who you got?
I'm hoping Lockie Neal,
Well, that's an easy
just
one.
because I love him. Why? What do you think?
You just kneel down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I was going to say
I was
off of a
gonna
chocolate.
go with I was going to, because he looks exactly like this guy that drives 4-wheel drives on YouTube that I watch. He's like a doppelganger. They're like so similar. So I'm like, maybe he can get like a toy Land Cruiser and just skull it out of that. Sorry, I've gone way off course.
I rate it.
Lleyton, who have you got?
I reckon McStay.
He's not playing.
Oh, okay. He'll somehow
heard his
find a
play.
way. He'll find a way to win it, and you just stay.
Yeah, just
stay where
stay
you
still. And they tip the drink at you.
Big hill energies that.
Yeah, I'm going to go with, I think a Dacos is going to win it. It's
Just
going
one
to
of
be...
them. They're going to
yeah.
get confused and give votes to each other.
Yeah, I think Nick wins it second game back. And I don't know, maybe you drink it out of someone's cut, like they nick their arm. I don't know. That's a bit rogue, I think. Anyway.
What's his middle name? Maybe we can figure something.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's a robot. But as we've said a couple of times, patreon.com/Crowject. Get all your extras. We're about to turn off the recording here and then keep watching the Brownlow for a bit and talk along to it. So if you want to hear that the day after, sign up to Patreon. It'll be must listen. We'll also talk about what else happened around the grounds. Bit of Brownlow chat, bit of everything chat in there. So head on over to Patreon if you aren't. Again, a thank you to our Patreons that have joined already. And again, your Crowject merch, your beanies, your scarves, your Cordy hats, bucket hats, air fresheners. Be sure to go over and get them. This has been a bit all over the place at the moment. We've been very distracted by the shiny lights and the Brownlow. So thank you, Lleyton.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
And thank me again.
Thanks, Ray.
Yeah.
That's right.
No,
I hope you will, Ray.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it. That's us done for this week. Go Crom.
Go
Yeah,
Crom.
go Crom.